Hi everybody, and welcome to your weekly woo. It was like a double sandwich this week, which is very interesting because Venus is in Gemini, the sign of the twins, and it is going in retrograde this coming week. So we pulled Badger upright, Beaver upside down, and our two plant allies for this week are Ginkgo and Calendula. So I want to start with Ginkgo because this is a fascinating tree. It is prehistoric, so it was around when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, and its main message to us is patience. And I think this week this is really about patience with ourselves, because when we pull Beaver upside down, you know, Beaver is the builder, the doer, the planner. And when it's upside down, it's saying, are we resenting the work that we have to do? Are we resenting that pull, that call to act on a new vision? And when we have Badger straight up like this, Badger is the totem of aggressiveness, right? It is the totem that says, you know, are you protecting those who are vulnerable? Are your boundaries solidified? Are you reinforcing your boundaries? But also, are you being assertive with your vision, with the part of yourself that wants to be creative? And it says, along with Calendula, it says it's your time to put your energy and creations out there in a proud way. Calendula is all about the joy and laughter and fulfillment of expression, expressing yourself creatively, or just having that sensation when, you know, you've really articulated yourself in a powerful and productive way. And Calendula is saying, don't be afraid of what other people think. Shine brightly. So to turn Beaver right side up, it's a sense of the tasks, the day-to-day. Can you do it with glee? And even the next step is the work. You know, we're all having this sort of strange reconstruction of what our work is. You know, whether you're on the front line right now or whether you're at home in this shutdown, so much is shifting for how we see what we want and what we do. And Beaver is saying, there is a new way of working with others that's coming up. And are you resenting it? Or are you going to go in it with this sense of confidence? Now, Calendula also points to that polarity of joy and sorrow. And it's actually a plant symbol of Mary Magdalene. And if you know anything about the story of her life, both what we know from the Bible, but you know, there's many more stories about her, and it's gotten much more in depth as we look into the past, that there was this idea of grief, right? She lost the man that she loved, and her great teacher, however you want to see that. But there was this sense of the passing on of the information of unconditional love from Christ, from Yeshua, from Jesus Christ to her, that she then passed on in her own teachings. And it's the idea of, yes, there are things we have lost. There is grief. Every human must move through the cycles of grief multiple times in their life. But can you also see the joy? So you can be grieving and still express joy. Things can be changing around you, structures, old structures falling apart, but still you are listening to the sunshine within you and making moves to create and build a new life on this new vision that you're having. And really this sense of like not caring what other people think about the new vision and this new idea you're having to create your life. And when we go back to Ginkgo, it's the patience for this process, that it is okay, one day we're grieving what we're losing here in society, and another day we're really inspired with how things are developing and what could be. And Ginkgo is saying, you are a part of an ancient world here. And this is just a blip. And can you tap into that deep wisdom within you to really use the most of every moment right now? Whatever the moment is giving you, can you say yes and be patient with the grief that may come up? Be patient with the fear of what others may think as you make these changes. So, interesting week because we also have a full moon on the 7th, which is a Scorpio full moon, which again is this very deep part of the human psyche, and really wanting to uncover and allow to surface all of that which we've been sitting on for years. And in this time where there's this pause, a lot will be coming up with this full moon. You know, the full moon illuminates, it expands our emotional state. So again, it's like, if you're feeling positive and joyful, build from that place. And if you are feeling the sadness and the grief that comes along with what we're all experiencing, can you be patient as the cycle comes back again to joy, where you will want to build? This full moon could engage our anger and our temper, both at our leaders, at the situation, at the people we're living with or working with. And all of these cards point to you are the leader of your own life. You're the creator of your own life. And yes, we have to stand up for ourselves. And yes, we want the truth. And yes, we want to build a better world. But at the bottom line, at the end of the day, what do you want to be building that from? And where do you want your heart in this process? And Calendula is saying it needs to be that which is running the show. It needs to be our heart. And that's going to require a lot of patience, right? Because we're not all in the same place. We're all at different points in our spiritual journey and our healing journey. So allow this week, as things are going to be coming up, allow all of it, right? The sorrow and the joy, the aggressiveness, right? The shyness and the aggressiveness, how they're having that polarity dance, and the wanting to build a new vision and also wanting to just deconstruct everything that you've known before. Have patience with this process, because this moon is really going to allow us to see what else we still have to let go of, to be aligning with the best life that we want for ourselves and for our children and for the generations to come. So, as always, thank you so much for viewing. If this message spoke to you and you know people who have eyes to see and ears to hear this kind of message, please send this to them. You know that there is an extended on Patreon, patreon.com/thegoodwoo. Please head over there if you're all about that extended life. And if you want a private session with me, you can email me at info@thegoodwoo.org, or you can go to thegoodwoo.org and look at the services menu and see what you like. Of course, there is a sliding scale at this time and at all other times. So just reach out to me if you would like some clarity and support. Thank you so much for viewing, everyone. And I hope this week brings you what you need to get clear about what you're wanting to build and with whom.